Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Good morning. As always, please practice according to your condition and your level of experience and comfort. If you know the variations and you feel comfortable with them, I invite you to explore them. If not, you just modify according to your needs. I'll just try to introduce some variations and modifications that you can do as well. So on that note, let's begin. Close the eyes and bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything you need is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you're becoming one with all beings. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Only peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So let's start off with some breathing techniques in order to help oxygenate the blood and help to aerate the lungs. Also to tone the core and to generate some heat. This one is called Kapalabhati breathing. And imagine you trying to throw the belly button against the front of the spine. It's like the action of hitting a drum. So you're really trying to push, use the diaphragm, really push all the air out to the lungs on the exhale. Concentrate on the exhale. The inhale happens automatically as a result of the pressure built up by the exhale. So it's about 1 exhale per second. Concentrate your attention on the navel chakra. So hands in Yana Mudra, second finger and thumb connected, either 3 fingers extended on the knees, either the palm down or the palm facing up. It's the mudra of consciousness. Breathe out completely, sit up tall and straight. And then begin when you're ready. Body is very still. Make sure your shoulders aren't bouncing all over the place. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, push all the remaining air out. Now take a deep breath in, fill yourself up. Inflate the lungs, raise the chest. Then hold the breath with the chest high, keep it there. Bring the chin on the chest, the tongue through the mouth behind the teeth. Contract all the muscles, the root muscles, pull them up towards the navel. Imagine gluing the whole, lifting the whole pelvic floor up and in. Third eye, attention. Everything stops, all the mind fluctuations, the body movements, and the emotions as though they're frozen. Slowly exhale, gradually allow the breath to leave and relax the root and the throat area. From the solar plexus, inhale your power that comes from that source up to the crown. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Keep the power there, the crown. Again, inhale more of your power up to the crown. Visualize it rising all the way up. And again, leave it there. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Everything that you leave up there, imagine it's going out now to all beings everywhere. We'll do another round. After this next exhale, breathe in again fully. Exhale, empty the lungs. Inhale again, and begin when you're ready. Keep going, but if you get tired, you can slow it down. Whenever you're ready, just pick it back up. Five, four, three, two, one. Exhale all the air out. Now again, solar plexus up to the crown. Bring all your power up there for the benefit of all. Leave that power and energy there. Exhale back to the solar plexus. Again, from the solar plexus, inhale up to the crown. Leave that power there. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. This time, hold the breath. Inhale. Very fully lift the chest, inflate the lungs, and then throat lock, root lock. Chin on the chest, tongue the roof out behind the teeth, third eye, attention as always, and contract the buttocks and the root muscles, pull them up towards the navel. Everything stops. The mind has more of a top opportunity now to come into quietness with the body very still. And release slowly. Take a moment to just notice any changes in the state of the body and the mind and the emotions. Have no expectations of what you should feel. Have no attachment to the results. Just keep doing the practice as though it must be done. Now we try to stay in this mindset, the witness, throughout the practice. Remember that you are the seer, you are not the doer. The true self is completely unaffected by whatever comes to pass. The nature of the true self is infinite, immutable, unchangeable, boundless in its potential to evolve and to acquire wisdom through the experiences. The true self, which is akin to God's nature, which is divine, prevails everywhere and is in the heart of all beings everywhere. So now we celebrate and we honor all those divine manifestations through the forms, through the imitation of the forms. So in order to just bring ourselves into that state of reverence, bring the arms up over the head, the palms slightly turned up, spiritual breathing. From the fingertips, inhale a breath from the universe down through the arms into the spiritual heart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold all the intention, and what you brought in stays in the spiritual heart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, just a breath leads back up through the arms and out through the fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale down from the fingertips down through the arms into the spiritual heart. Everything that you need, the best of the best. 3, 4. Attract it there with your attention. 6, 7, 8. Again, holding it in the heart. Hold the breath. Exhale out through the arms. Send out again the impurities out with the breath. And last time, inhale, pull in everything you need, which is in a sense probably what everyone else desires and needs as well. Holding again in the heart, hold the breath. Exhale out just the breath, everything they pulled in stays within. Release the arms, and now let's continue with the practice. So let's come to standing. Starting off some warm-ups, just to prepare the body for the practice. Stand with your feet about 10 inches apart. So these are meant in order to bring more purification, remove the impurities through the heat, and to just loosen up the joints to keep the body in a state of radiant health. Do the movements with enthusiasm, do the breathing and vigor in order to get the full range of benefits. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, down, up, down. Inhale, straight arms up, spread the fingers. Exhale, pull the hands down. Inhale, exhale, form fists, the hands come down. Now in front of the body, inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull in. Now arms swings back and forth. Pull the arms back behind the ears. Then release. Arms across the chest, inhale. Exhale, swing them back. Alternate the cross each time the arms come in from the body. Then release. Arms up overhead, inhale. Exhale, roll the body down. Allow the belly to hit the thighs. You can bend your knees as you come down. One more. Stand by to hang out. Stop bouncing and shaking. And then slowly roll your way back up. Hands on the hips. Circle the head. Make a large circle as possible. Feel as though the head are very heavy, rolling all the way around the neck. And go in the other direction. Try to get the ears touch the shoulders, the chin to the chest, back of the head to the top of the back. Try to see the floor all the way around you, including when the head goes back. Good. And then release. Now, next one, squat. So be mindful of the knees. Just go down as far as you can. Inhale, reach the arms up, and go down into the squat. And right back up. Elbows out to the side, twist from side to side. Exhale as you complete the twist on each side, going to the maximum. And then back to the center. Next one again has a squat in it, so again be mindful of how far you can go down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, circle the arms down. Be like a jack in the box, popping out of the box and being pushed back down. One more. And then release. Next one, arms in front of the body. Inhale, circle around to the front. Exhale, pull in and punch right back out. The arms should feel like they're spring-loaded. Just bounce, punch right back out. Good. And then drop the arms by sides of the body. Same thing, but circle in a quarter this time. Circle all the way to the front. Exhale, pull in and drop the arms back down. And then release. Open up the feet a little bit more, toes pointing out, going from side to side now. Inhale, left arm up. Bend to the right, right arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to left. And back to the center. Next one, the movement is the same, but the breathing is a little bit different. Left arm up, inhale. Bend to the right, you can turn the toes to the left to follow the same line as the leg. And come back up on the exhale, right arm up, inhale. Again, turn so the chest is facing up. Slide the left hand back down the leg. And then release. Continue. Try not to create folds on the underside of the body as you bend. And you feel the stretch, of course, along the top side of the body. Remember to imagine that all beings are experiencing this through your body. How you're feeling is to an extent affecting everybody, including the God that resides within. So move in a way that doesn't do harm to yourself, so as not to do harm to anyone else. Be a conduit of all the good stuff, the benefits, the love, the power, all your qualities. Each repetition, so you can go a little bit deeper as the body opens up. You can only go as far as your imagination. So keep cultivating a balanced one. And what you don't achieve in this lifetime, you just continue where you left off in this lifetime and your next one. Always evolving. But just try to go as far as you can in this life. Last one, just really stretch. Push your chest up. And then release. Good, now come onto your knees. And your hands in table position. Cat-cow. You want to really fire up the muscles of the core here, generate heat. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Roll the heart through the shoulder blades, between the shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Continue. Roll the belly button up through the lower back. Return to neutral. Next one is for the hips. Raise your right leg up and then swing it up to the right and then throw it back up there. Again, move according to condition. Slow it down if you need to. But feel as though the leg like a big pendulum if you can. And then the other leg, left leg up, and then swing it up to your left. If you can, if you're flexible, try to keep your leg going no lower than the hip when it comes forward. And then release. Come onto the belly. I like to use a blanket so that it doesn't, my hips don't grind into the ground. And so your blanket ends, the edge of the blanket is at the tops of your legs. Join your hands behind your back. If you can, squeeze your hands together, squeeze the palms together. Anchor down to the lower body, tops of the feet, the hips, the thighs. Now inhale, come up. Exhale, back down. Up. Down, up, 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 down, one more, up, and down, and relax, drop the arms by sides of the body, breathe in, breathe out, relax everything, remove all fatigue. Now, we're going to turn onto the right side of the body. You can rest your head in your hand, your right hand and left hand in front of the chest. Raise the left leg up and back down. Up, push the foot up, far away from you as you push it up. And make the foot nice and sharp like a knife edge. The outer edge of the foot away from you, the inner edge of the foot towards you. Inhale and down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Again, trying to keep this upper side of the body smooth, no wrinkles. And this time, lift your leg, probably not as high this time, so you can bring your other leg up to meet it. Extend the right arm, extend the left arm. Whoops, try not to roll. And then so you can lift your right arm up off the ground as well. Balance on the edge of your body. And then release. Roll onto your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. All fatigue. And then switch sides. So I'm good. You don't have to turn around. I'm just going to go the other ways. And left hand holding the head, right hand from the chest, right leg up, inhale, and down. Inhale up, and down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Then push the foot far away from you. Up, down, up, down. And then halfway up, bring the other foot up to meet it. Left arm extends, right arm extends. And then see if you can pull your left arm up off the body, off the ground as well. Try not to go forward. Try to find the core stability. And relax. Roll onto your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let go of all fatigue. Learn to let go of the effort instantly. But now we're going to come back into child's pose. This one has 4 movements. Inhale, roll up into high cat. Exhale, cobra, chest forward, hips to the hands, head back. Inhale, back up into high cat. Exhale, all the way back, see behind heels. Inhale, roll up. Then forward and coiling like the snake. Back up, inhale. Round your back, exhale, all the way back. Inhale, up. Move in a way that keeps the spine smooth. No kinks at the lower back or the back of the neck. Up and down. So you have to keep on pushing your chest up, away from the seat, and forward. And back up, inhale. Exhale. Imagine your wave on the ocean rising up, emerging from the water, reaching its full height, then starting to crest and diminish and just disappear back in the water. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale back up. Exhale back. Visualize the spine moving always without any sharp bends anywhere. Continuous curve, continues to allow continuous flow of energy. And back down. Inhale. Exhale. Imagine you can see right through your skin. Everything moving inside. Inhale up. And then forward. Blessed are those who can imitate the form in every way possible, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Inhale up. Tap into all the divine qualities of that which you're representing. Forward. And back. Try to see God in all forms. And back. One more time. Inhale up. And then forward. Take the head back. Inhale back up. And all the way back. Child's pose. And relax. Breathe in. And breathe out. Next one, we're going to come into cobra. So if you can, glide right into it. Slide your belly down your thighs, down the mat. Lift the head, chest forward, head back. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back. So if you can't come as high, don't worry about it. And if you also have to modify the ascent into it, you can. You can perhaps come into baby plank. And then drop your hips down to your hands and push your chest forward, the head back. This is another way of entering into the pose. And back, exhale. Try not to lose your neck when you're in the full pose. Roll the shoulders back and down. Telescope the neck out of the shoulders, the trunk out of the hips again. Not making any folds across the lower back or the back of the neck. And back. If it's too much, you stay with your arms a little bit more bent. Baby cobra. Inhale, you can even do this. Okay, so just do again according to your condition, according to your abilities. And back, exhale. Inhale. It's not the result that is important, it's the effort and the intention of offering that counts the most. That makes it a true offering. All the way back. Sink behind heels. Inhale. Be real and wise like the serpent. Imagine having that boundless range of fierce and powerful all the way back. This time, if you want, you can see me come into King Cobra. Come onto your fingertips if you need to. Open up the legs a little bit and try to bend the knees. Try to get your feet to the head. Doesn't matter again if they don't touch. Just do your best. Imagine you're squeezing socks behind your knees. Get your hands as close to your hips as possible. The whole upper body from the legs up, tops legs up off the ground. And back, exhale. Inhale. Imagine yourself in the forms, merge with the forms, become one with them. God manifests in this physical world through the forms. Revere all of them. See all the many, many infinite ways God's grace and beauty and magnificence is reflected in each and every being. And back, exhale. Inhale again, glide forward. Chest fully forward, heart open in every sense. Physically and emotionally and spiritually. And back, exhale. Last time, make it the best one yet. Come forward. Pull the opposite sides of the body, chest forward. Widen up through the heart, chest. Head back. And back down. Child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out again. Let go of all fatigue. And from here, come forward again onto your belly, but then flip onto your back. Just trying to just exercise a full range of motion, all directions. Inhale, stretch up the body. Exhale, come into a tuck. Try to get your knees to the shoulders, the chin to the knees. Inhale. Exhale, pull in tightly. Inhale, extend. Feel the navel lengthening, hollowing. Exhale, push the thighs right into it. Inhale. Exhale, stretch the fingers and toes even. Push up to the heels. Inhale. Push up to the heels, your palms. And down. Or in. Inhale. Exhale, make the body look like a fist, very compact. All the muscles coming together. Inhale. All the body parts meeting in the center. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, stretch, same movement, but hold the breath this time as you come into tuck. Peel the shoulders up off the mat. Try stack your hands even if one from the other. Try to bring your forehead to your hands. And release, exhale. Even if you can't touch your forehead to your hands, just imagine. Keep your attention at the space between your eyebrows. The seat of divine perception. Release, exhale. Inhale, extend. Hold the breath and tuck. Again, all the attention to the center of the forebrow. Release, exhale. Inhale. You might find it easier to bring your hands behind your knees. Get yourself a little more out of it. Your shoulders up off the mat. And eventually touch your forehead to the knees. Inhale. Hold the breath. Release the tuck from the tuck. Inhale. Hold the breath and tuck. Cross the ankles. All the body parts coming together very closely, very tightly. And relax, even though the body is experiencing a lot of effort. Remain unconcerned, be like the witness watching it all. Release, exhale. Inhale. Try to keep the mind calm no matter what the body's, the mind or whatever emotions are coming up. Be unaffected, unjudging, undisturbed. And release. Breathe in. Breathe out. arms over the head and roll back and forth. So depending on your abilities, you might be able to swing your legs all the way up and behind your feet, behind your head, and then roll back down with your feet touching, move down, lift up seated, and pull the body down over the legs. If it's too much to do that whole motion, you just rock back and forth, hold the backs and knees, and use the legs to bring your body up out of the off the ground. So again, move according to your strength. If you're stronger, your heels, wait till the heels are down, and keep your leg before you come up. And keep your legs and arms straight all throughout. Whichever one you're doing, try not to make any jerky, awkward, and abrupt movements. Keep it smooth. Good. Remember, this is an offering, so try to make it as beautiful, magnificent as possible. The best offering. Let's do one more. Roll out your whole spine. And then the next time you roll back, prepare to stand. Bend your knees and then plant your feet, come all the way up. So now we're going to make our way to the front of the mat. Surya Namaskara. Hands to the heart, and keep in mind the words of the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna said to Arjuna, knowledge is better than practice. Meditation is better than knowledge. Renunciation, the fruit of action, is better than meditation. Peace immediately follows such renunciation. Offer up all the fruits, imagine this as your divine duty towards all beings. Do it because it must be done. Surya Namaskara, raise your arms up over the head. Arch back, hips forward, chest up, and then fold down. Chest on the thighs, hands down, bend your knees if you need to bring your hands flat. Then a right foot back, lower down the knee, drop down to the seat. Come into the high plank, lower down the knees, bring the seat back, and glide right through, brushing the nose to the ground into the cobra, shoulders back. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, lift the seat, allow the heart to melt down. Head comes if you can, touching the forehead to the ground. Then a right foot steps forward. That's very difficult. You lower the back knee. If the foot doesn't make it all the way, use the right hand to assist the foot forward. Now push the seat all the way forward towards the front heel. And then the feet come together, Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, head down. Come all the way up. Engage the buttocks and upper back to support your movement. Hands back to the heart. Reach up and back. Don't worry about the breath. Just move the body. The breath will follow and deliver more ease and power and fluidity of movements. Left foot back. Into the plank. Down with the knees, the seat back. Brush the nose, the ground, come forward again. Lift the chest, bring head all the way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, roll over your toes. The seat comes up, the head comes down. Soften the line in the back. Then the left foot steps forward. Feet together, Uttanasana. Come right up again, arch back. As you see fit, move according to your conditions as always, hands to the heart. Go up and back, every movement reflecting devotion, surrender, and humility. Especially with your eyes downcast and your head down. Right foot back. Into the plank. And then from here, the knees down, the seat back. This time, as you come forward, your hips go into your hands. Push into your hands, lift the hips and knees away from the ground. Charge the legs, upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog, melt the heart. Right foot steps forward. Move your shoulders over the fingertips so the foot doesn't come down with a big heavy thud. Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up, reach up. And come back home, hands to the heart. Go up and back again. Connect all the movements together. Seamless transitions like you're doing a divine dance of devotion. Left foot back. Into the plank. All the movements deliberate, mindful, and beautiful, and graceful. Come forward. Again, if you can, push your hips, knees away from the ground. Upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward. Feet together. Be like a shapeshifter moving between the forms effortlessly, powerfully, fluidly. And back home, hands to the heart. Just imagine the body moving with grace and power, and this will manifest in the postures. Bury your mind deep in our heart. Watch the body move with even more steadiness, grace, and ease. The right foot back this time. Do not drop the knee down to ground. Keep the back leg, the back knee lifted. Into the plank. Option here, do what we did before, the entry into cobra, or bring your knees or upward facing dog, or keep your knees up, pull the elbows into the sides of the body, and swing right up into upward facing dog without touching your legs to the ground. Good. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then the right foot steps forward. Again, the back knee stays lifted. Keep the leg charged. And then pull the left foot all the way forward to meet the front. Uttanasana. Come up to standing. Hands back to the heart. Again, modify the movements as you need to suit your level of experience, your abilities. Just do your best. Don't worry about the results. Uttanasana. Left foot back, back leg charged, back knee lifted. Into the plank. Again, here if you want the regular center to cobra, or your knees up. And keep them up off the ground, hips as well, as you come into upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then the left foot steps forward to the hands. Feet together, Uttanasana, bounce the legs, a gesture of humility. Come right up. Hands back to the heart. And again, raise your arms up. This time, bend your knees, land your belly on your thighs. Join your hands behind the back and pull the hands right over your head. Uttanasana, top head coming towards the ground. Now from here, keep your weight on your left leg, hold your breath, bring your right foot back, right into Kapyasana. Raise your arms up over the head, arch back. And then bring your hands back down, step back into high plank, the seat back. Your choice of entry into cobra or upward facing dog. Push loose your toes. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now the right leg comes all the way up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, flatten out the toes. Again, Kapyasana. Pull your arms up over your head. Arch back. Make a crescent shape move. And then come forward immediately. Land your belly on your thighs. Join your hands behind your back. And the left foot comes into the right. Uttanasana. Bow down. Come right up to standing. Reach up over the head. Hands back to the heart. Go up and back again. Nice, smooth, graceful transitions again. Bend your knees, land your belly in your thighs, join your hands up over your head and in front of your head maybe. Pull them way forward off the back. Keep your weight on your right leg, left foot back. Kapyasana. Reach up and back. And then right away, hands down. Step back into plank. Bring your seat all the way back. Right into upward facing dog or cobra. Again, according to the movement that suits your abilities. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Heart melts down. Be like a dog stretching its back. Left leg up. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step the foot between the hands. Back knee down. Flatten out the toes. Go all the way up and back. Kapyasana. And then again, lean your way into the front leg, swing your hands behind. Right foot steps into meet the left. Uttanasana. Bow to your legs, seat up. Right over the heels if you can. The legs eventually straight. Body pressing against, whole body pressing against the front of the legs. Good, stay here for a little bit. Try to get your chest beyond your knees. Imagine the top of the head resting right on your feet. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up over the head, arch back. Hands back to the heart. Good. Now, one last variation. Moving swiftly, gracefully, powerfully, arch back. And then come down, forward fold. Press into your hands. Hold your breath. Hop or walk back into chaturanga. Through into upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog. Lift heels, bend the knees, lift between your hands. Jump or walk forward, Uttanasana. Come right up to standing, arch back. Hands back to the heart. Go up and back. Fold forward. Looking forward, hold the breath, press into your hands. Try not to land a big, heavy, jarring motion. Nice and smooth into upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look between your hands. Bring your feet forward softly. Hopping or walking, pull the body against your legs. Come right up. In hips forward, chest high, and then come back, hands to the heart. Pranamasana from the heart. Inhale the love from the heart up to the ground. Hold the breath, imagine that love again going out to all beings everywhere. Share what you have with all beings. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in divine love towards all. Now release. So we're going to do some balance poses now. We're going to start off by bringing left foot forward, reach down with your left hand, and raise your right leg up. Open up into Ardhanurasana, your hip over the heel. Bring the right leg up as high as you can. Good. Now from here, looking forward, bend your left knee a little bit. You can rest your belly on your thigh, and then take your arms out to the side. Be like a gliding eagle, so you can arch your back a little bit. Push your chest forward, your head forward. Imagine you're soaring through the air, skimming across the surface of the ocean. Good. Now from here, break the pose. Bring the right foot back down and come back up. Try it on the other side now. Right foot forward, lean down, bring the right hand in front of the foot. Make sure you have about 14 to 16 inches in front of the foot. Thumb in line with the big toe, actually the little toe, and then open up to the left. Looking up, you won't be able to see your foot if your foot's in the right place. Stretch the leg. Good. And now bring the left hand down, turn forward, bend your right knee a little bit. You can rest your belly on your thigh. Keep your focus fixed on a point in front. Fly your arms out to the side and push your chest forward a little bit. Lengthen. Arch your back. Good, good. And then from here, hold your breath, step the left foot back down and come back up. From here, ballet pose. Standing firm on your left foot. Bring the right knee up, take hold of the inside of the heel, and then bring the foot out, same time as the arm. So the toes and fingers on the same line. You might look like a letter T, the foot and the hand that's high to the shoulders. More flexible, bring the foot up higher towards the shoulders, look like a letter Y. Lean a little bit to your left, if your leg's higher. If it's too much, you can stand against the wall if you're having trouble balancing. If you really can't straighten your knee, you can hold underneath your knee as well. Just do your best again. Good. Now from here, release the foot. From here, see if you can take your foot. You can stand tall and stay there, or you can start to lean forward. Push the foot away from your seat. And then straighten out your left leg once your foot is far away. Now from here you can take, if you can, your left hand around. Take the foot close to your seat again and push the foot out. Oops, I didn't do that very well. So from here. All right, let me try this again. It's hard to do this when I'm talking. So take your hand around. Whatever happens, remain unconcerned. Just do your best. Push the foot away from your seat. Release, come back down. Sometimes it's good to try new things, connect, go from one pose to the other seamlessly. Take hold of the left heel, start again on the other side. Remain unattached to the results. Let go of all expectations. Expectations make the mind restless. Always seeking when you're going to attain the pose. But again, come back to the idea of offering it up. And now from here, release the foot. All smooth movements. Take the foot behind you. I'm going to turn this way so you can see. from the side. And from here, you can bend your right knee a little bit. Push the foot away and then straighten your leg again. You can stay in this pose, or if you want to take the foot, you pull the foot close to your seat. Take hold of the ankle, flex the foot, and push the foot away from the rest of the body. And stay more upright, or you can lean forward. Break the pose. Pull the heel in and release. So now standing in the middle of the mat, facing along edge of the mat. Fingers come in line with the elbows, the height of the shoulders. Jump your feet apart. Go to your left. Drop down to the left side of the seat. Go nice and low like the warrior. Nice, strong, steady, determined. Embrace all those qualities of a warrior. Try to sink a little bit lower so your back knee is just inches away from the ground. Now from here, left hand down. If your hip's low, your hand can probably come down to the ground beside your foot. Right arm over the head. Parsvakonasana. If your hip is higher, you can have your forearm on the thigh, but try not to lift your hip. Keep your hip sinking down so your foot to the hand, one straight line of energy. Now from here, so you can take your fingertips down to the ground just behind the heel, move it back. Trikonasana. You can stand the fingertips, your elbows on the inside of the knee, your hip on the same line as the head. If it's too much, again, you can bring a hand to your shin and just try to get your lines as straight as possible from hip to the head, eventually in the same line. Modification, bring the right knee down and do it from here. Now from here, looking forward, flatten out the toes, drop your seat all the way forward. You can start with your hands underneath, lift your chest, bring your head all the way back, drop it back. Push your seats all the way forward, curl the tail under. If you can take your arms over the head, take hold of your opposite elbows, rest your head in your arms. Pull your body up out of the hips. Now just trying to yank the body further up out of the hips. If you can, the full pose, Kapyasana. Rock your shoulders back. Try to get your arms beside, maybe behind the ears. Keep your arms straight. Realize the shape that you see in your mind. The crescent moon doesn't have any kinks anywhere along the line, the curve. Smooth lines, smooth shape, radiate your inner light. Then break the pose, bring the hands back onto the front knee, lift back up. Slide your left foot in, bend the toes under the back foot. So see if you can lift your foot. If it comes up easily, it's probably in the right place. The legs are like a box. Now press it down, right arm up. So you can either just come into simple twist, your hand on the outside of the knee, your left hand on the seat, push into your seat, pull down, turn to your left. If you have more flexibility, you can reach back, left hand comes maybe even on the heel, right arm up. And push the left shoulder back, push the right shoulder towards the right. Keep your chest open, look behind and to the outside of your leg behind you. If this is too easy for you, power your feet to Parsvakonasana, raise your arm up. So you can go all the way to the left, drop your arm on the outside of the leg, your armpit sitting on the outside of the knee. Left hand pushes into your right, and see if you can get your belly higher than the thigh. Try to keep the center of your chest moving towards your thumbs. Roll the left shoulder all the way back until your chest and face are turned up. Those who want to take a bind, you can go ahead, push the seat back, use the left hand if you need to guide the right hand underneath. Left arm goes over the back and pull the hand out from underneath. Hold lock the fingers together, or hold the left wrist with your right hand. If you can, you take your back knee up off the ground, hold your breath as you're doing it so that you don't lose your balance. straight line from the heel to the crown. Break the pose, coming back. Hands on the inside of the right, to the right, and the left foot moves out to the left. So you can slide the right foot all the way back. The knee stays still over the back knee stays in line with the heel. If your hips are low, you can maybe fall to the right so you can get the right form and the right hip to come down and roll back to your left. Both sides of the hip evenly down. So not like this and you falling away from the shoulders, nor like this. Keep your knee in the same line. This is why you move the foot out a little bit more. Keep your shoulder close, your knee close to the shoulder, and try to get your back lower than the knee. If you keep on telescoping your body forward and imagine your hips are made of lead, the body might sink down a little bit more. When the hips are anchored down, the rest of the body will follow more easily. Don't be like a lizard just sunning yourself on a warm earth. Back, come back onto the hands, just move back this way. Lift the back knee up, turn towards the long edge of the mat, and come all the way back up. Go to the other side now. Turn to the right, lean forward a little bit. Strong stance again. Look over the front hand. Be mighty, courageous like the warrior. All the qualities are already within you, just have to turn them on. Then from here, Paschimottanasana, your hip is low enough, right hand to the inside of the foot, left arm over the head, straight line from the foot to the hand, or come up higher again if you need to. Make sure again you're not jutting your hip up, it's not triangle. Side angle. Nice long line from the foot to the hand. And from here, move your right hand back, push into your front foot to straighten out your right leg, and move your left arm in line with the right. Again, modify as you need to. You can bring your hand higher onto your leg, or you can even come down with your left knee. Your legs are like a box, your right hand in front of your foot, and left arm up. Pull left shoulder all the way back. And break the pose, coming back up. Getting ready for Paschimottanasana Paschimottanasana. You can start with a simple twist, left arm up, right hand on the seat, left hand to the other side of the right knee. Inhale, push the lower back up and in, and then guide the tailbone down a little bit more. Look behind you. If you can lean back. Try not to lean back too much, just enough so you can take a heel. Keep your chest lifted. Try to have your shoulders still over in line with your hips. You can bring the left arm up and continue to turn. The hips stay where they are, looking forward. It's the upper body that turns above the hips. If this is too easy, you can look forward. Left arm up again, and then drop the upper arm onto the outside, the armpit staying on the outside of the right knee. Push the right hand into your left. Belly comes higher than the thighs, and the chest comes to your thumbs, and roll the right shoulder back. Eventually, look like you're lying on your back. The right shoulder moves back. You can take the back knee up off the ground if you like. You can take a bind as well. Maybe do the bind might be, in terms of balance, it might be easier to take your bind before you lift your knee up. However, sometimes people find it easier to take the bind once your knee is up because you have more space, more clearance for the arm to go under. You have to really have your left armpit stay on the outside of the knee. Pull the right shoulder all the way back. Push out through the left heel, extend through the crown. Now we turn, bring hands back to the inside of the foot. Move the foot out to the right more, and slide your left foot back. Try to get your hips to sink. If your hips are very far away from the ground, you can just stay on your hands and think of the cobra pose. Your hips are down, the rest of the body will eventually follow. If your hips are low enough, you can just fall to your left, and so you can get onto your left form, roll back to the right. The lower, the more the hips anchor down, the more the body will follow more easily. The belly, the pelvis, bench the belly, and maybe mid-chest come down. Keep your knee in line over the heel. Make sure it doesn't drop away from the shoulder. Be still like a lizard, merge as a form. When you imagine that lizard just at ease, you may also find ease in a pose. And now coming back into high plank. Right from here, Vasisthasana, move on your left hand, standing on left hand, left foot, coming into Vasisthasana, side plank. If you need to, you can bring your left knee down. It's better than just trying to sink into your shoulder and dropping down to the hips. This is not the pose like this. Like to push your hips up, arms in a straight line from hand to hand. Left arm stays fully extended so you don't put too much strain on your shoulder. And then coming back to plank, go on the other side. Right hand comes more from the nose. You can keep your ankles crossed, left ankle in front of the right. Into plank. Good. Your hands a little bit from the shoulder so that you can push more effectively into the hand and keep the right arm straight, the supporting arm. Now from here, come back to plank. If you can, lower the left knee down first, swing the foot out to your left. So the right knee down first, swing the foot out to the left, and the other knee comes right behind it, swing the foot out to your right. So you can sit between your feet, your heels, you're not sitting on your feet. If it's too much and you can't get both sides to seat down, you can either sit on a block or just do the Supta Gomukhasana. You can bring your knees just sitting on your heels like this. Okay, so whichever one, again, suitable to your abilities. Try to have your knees right on top of one another if you're doing a full pose. The right arm up. Take your left hand to your elbow, push it up higher and push it back behind the head. The fingers walk down the center of the back. And you can stay there, or if you can, you bring your left arm up, join your hands together. Pull down the hand, down the back. The hands come lower and lower. Lift the chest, lean back a little bit. Each time you inhale, keep lifting up the chest, keep growing taller and taller. As you exhale, drop down to this, drop down the shoulders, keep the neck long, don't drop the body back into the hips. Stay tall. Then from here, release. Dharma likes to plant the hands down. From here, take a jump. Switch your legs in midair and then come down. If not, you just come back. You just move into the pose as your left leg over top this time. So your left knee comes down first. Swing your foot out to the side and your other knee comes behind it. Left arm up. Take the elbow up and push it back behind the head. Anchor in place at the back of the head. And then if you like, if you have the mobility to do so, bring the right hand up to the back. It might not feel the same exactly equal on both sides. Remain unconcerned, just continue to observe. And work the side that gives you more trouble. Keep what you have on the other side so as not to create a bigger imbalance. Lift the gaze, though you're saying, I'm yours to render divine service. Every posture, a divine gift. And then tuck your chin in, release. Now from here, perhaps we'll do another round of Vasisthasana. Starting off in plank, I like to move back in downward facing dog, so the hips are already up. And from here, actually, we'll go into the side plank first. Your hips are very high. And then if you want, you can stay there, or you can slide your right toes back. Turn on the left foot, so your toes again are pointing the same line as the rest of the leg. slide your left foot in a little bit closer so you can get the inner edge of the foot down. And from here, with your hips really high, your left arm fully extended, you'll be able to take the right foot up off the ground more easily. You can eventually catch your knee. If you have the reach, catch the foot. It's too much. Again, you do it with your knee on the ground. Push your hips up, all the way up. And then return, coming back into downward facing dog. Go on the other side now. On the right hand, right foot, go to your left. Any variation of Vasisthasana. You can stay here. Slide your left toes back. Spin on the right foot. Again, bring the foot in. Push your hips all the way forward. Feel like Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. Your hip is almost, you try to get over your foot so you have more ability to take your left foot up easily. You sink all your weight into your left hand and your right hand and right foot. Keep trying. With angry determination, the body will eventually arrive. Break the pose. Spin on the hands. Coming back into downward facing dog. Knees down. Forehead down. Breathe in. Breathe out. All fatigue. Good. Now from here, roll back. Come into a squat. Push the upper arms into the insides of your legs. Your shoulders are very close or just against your knees, backs of shoulders. Kakasana, crow pose. Press your hands down. Lift your heels up off the ground. Imagine you're taking flight so your head stays up higher than the seat. Squeeze your arms by the shoulders and vice versa. Hold your breath so you can pull your toes away from the ground. Good. Those of you who feel comfortable can tuck your chin in. Control descent. Land your forehead on the ground. Come into teddy bear. Your legs sitting on your arms. 3 points of contact, nice and steady. If it's too much, you can keep your toes on the ground. You can also enter from the ground. So you place your hands first alongside the knees. You bring your head in front, not beside your hands, just in front. So the hands and the head form a triangle. Then bring your feet forward towards your wrists. Rest just underneath the knees against your elbows and flick your toes away from the ground. Now those of you who feel comfortable, who are already in teddy bear, you can see come up into headstand. Full headstand, your legs straight, or split your legs. You split your legs, it's a little bit more steady. Bend your knees a lot. Your feet close to your seat. The more compact you make yourself, the easier it is to find a balance. Those of you who want to come onto your fingertips, change one hand at a time. And just pull the fingers, dominant fingers up off the ground until you're just on the index, the other fingers, until you're just on the index finger. There's lots of power in the index finger. But eventually you can come right on your fingernail even. Most of the weight, 99% on the head. Down gracefully. Child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. And then come up. Don't worry what you don't realize in this lifetime. You always have the next lifetime to continue where you left off. Now scooch the front of the mat. Shalingasana, shoulder stand. But we can stay in easy plow if you like. So just roll back and up 2 times. 3rd time, when your legs go up, bring your hands to your feet and see if you can get your feet behind your head. You can stay here if you like. Try to get your arms fully behind your back. So you can get your hands together, turn your heels, your palms together, elbows come in close. Now you can stay here. If your feet don't touch the ground, keep your hands on the back. If you want to go into shoulder stand, bring your hands onto your back, one leg up at a time. Really extend that first leg going up
forward, the other one comes to meet it. Try to find a straight line from the chin all the way up to the toes. You have to press your hips forward. Keep reaching up as though you're trying to touch the clouds with your toes. Those who have a lotus, go ahead and use your hands to help. Get into lotus, fold your legs in a little bit closer to your body first. And then try to get your knees higher than your hips. You have to push your hips forward and try to get your chest right against your chin. Push with your hands into your knees. For more advanced practitioners, make your mind one pointed, all the attention to the space between your eyebrows. Next, if you're a lotus, you can keep your lotus, come into Pindasana. Your thighs come against your body. Those who know how to take the bind can go ahead, wrap your arms around the outsides of the legs, join your hands underneath the seat. Your knees will be beside your head. If you don't have a lotus, come back into plow. Keep your hands on your back again. If your feet don't come all the way down, you have the option as well of dropping your thighs against your body, your knees on either side of the head. Withdraw from your senses. Shut off the ears and the eyes, go within. Beyond the body, the mind, and emotions, these are not you. Getting ready to break the pose. Palms down behind your back. Slide your legs back if you're doing a plow. Or your lotus, come back down. At some point the seat will land on the wrists. Lower your legs. Maybe if you can, stop halfway down when the legs are 45 degrees from the ground. And then lift your back up off the ground. Pull your elbows in closer together behind the back. Push your chest up, shoulders fall back, away from one another, and then see if you can get the top of the head to the ground. If it's too much, bring your legs all the way down. Breathe very fast and nose like a sniffing dog. Bring your feet down, close to your seat. Take your hands out from underneath. Now you can either do bridge pose or Urdhva Dhanurasana. Bring your fingertips beside your head, fingers facing away, lift your seat. Slide your head back and then turn your hands around. The fingers are facing towards the heels. Press into your hands, hold the breath, so you can get your head up off the ground. Urdhva Dhanurasana, a really great pose that works the stamina. You need angry determination to come into the pose. Again, if it's too much, keep your back of the head on the ground, your shoulders on the ground. The back tops of the shoulders, and push your seat up, bridge pose. And from here, lower the heels down if they were up, lower the head down, and come back onto your back. Breathe in, breathe out, remove all fatigue. Here, sit up any which way you can. Roll up, or bring arms over the head. Sit up from there. Now from here, Paschimottanasana. If your legs are if your hamstrings are very tight, keep your legs bent. Reach up, reach over your body. Drape your body onto your legs. You take hold of the outer edge of the feet, close your heels, and then just sink your weight into your legs. With each inhale, imagine that the chest is going beyond the knees. Keep on lengthening. Imagine your whole rib basket hooks over your knees. Exhale, pour more weight into your legs. If you're flexible and can get your legs straight on the ground without detaching your body from the legs, go ahead, don't waste your time. All the attention to the base of the spine. Feel all the blood rushing there through your attention. Your attention is like a magnet. Attract all the blood in that area. Feel it circulating around. Direct your attention also to those areas where you want to feel more release. Your attention will attract all the prana there, all the vital force. And release, hands behind the back. Slide your feet in, closer to the seat. And then throw your hips up if you can, head goes back. If you're stronger, you can walk 1 foot forward at a time, but not so much that your toes lift up off the ground. Keep your thighs rolling inwards, your toes on the ground, drop your head back, your chest higher than your shoulders. Breathe very fast through the nose. Lower your seat down, keep your legs extended, push up to the heels. Right hand down the center of the back, left hand to the outside of the right shin. Push the lower back up and in, turn to the right. Try to get your body to twist from the base of the hips all the way up. Look over your right shoulder. It's not just the eyes that turn, the whole torso, you should feel it turning. Visualize the spinal column rotating around itself. And this will perhaps encourage more rotation. Go back to the center, other way. Left hand down the center of the back. Make sure you're not leaning back. Your hand is right against the seat, shoulders over the hips, and make sure the heels are together, one not in front of the other. Neck extending out of the shoulders. Prop yourself up with the left arm that's behind you. Turn fully. Break the pose, lie down on your back. Make your way down gently, no big heavy thuds on the ground. Once you're down, take a deep breath in, exhale, remove all fatigue, all struggles, all effort. Just allow everything to just sag from its own weight. Feel very heavy, the whole body sinking down. Let go of all effort. Anything that prevents you, that creates a barrier for all the incoming benefits, so be completely receptive. Feel as though you're an empty vessel receiving it all. Inviting in all the best of the best coming in now. It comes with even more abundance as a result of offering up your practice and your own gifts. You are acting from a place of compassion and love. You attract good karma, good consequences, good outcomes. Remember, everything that you have is meant to be shared. We are all connected through that divine thread that holds us all together, that resides in the spiritual heart of all beings. Say to yourself the following sentence 3 times to ingrain that idea in your heart and mind. Come back to it every day to see its realization, to see the compassion growing ever more expensive. I see God in all beings.
Repeat that to yourself 3 times. Then when you see divinity in front of you in all your interactions in your day-to-day lives, it becomes unthinkable to want to do harm to that being in front of you. All beings made in the likeness of God, just like the Armaji says, gold coming from gold, light from light. A sign of self-realization is when you see sameness everywhere. So now let's put that into practice. Prepare to come back from Shavasana in order to realize, continue this mission of radiating your inner light and seeing that light radiate in all beings. Make your way back to seated position. We'll close with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within and send it out to all beings everywhere. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Much love to you. Have a wonderful